2 of the Wendy Sew Along, hosted and sponsored by Simple Life Pattern Company and Blend Fabrics. Thank you for joining us. Yesterday was our big work day, so we had to print our pattern, assemble our pattern, cut out our pattern, and cut out our fabric. So hopefully by today you have everything ready. You have your options picked out. If you haven't, I wanted to go over those real quick. This is another Wendy that I made. So this is the collar. You can add the collar or you don't have to. The pattern comes with 4 sleeve options. You can do sleeveless, short sleeve, 3/4 sleeve, or long sleeve. And it comes with a cuff option. So you can either add that or leave it off if you prefer. And there's also a little belt too, which is really cute. I love the belt. So today's goals are to assemble our bodice. So we're basically going to sew the shoulder seams on our lining and our main fabric, and we're also going to add the collar and then get those all put together. If you have time, extra time today, you can move forward if you'd like. Like I said earlier, I kind of broke it down into smaller steps because it is a kind of involved pattern. It's not difficult, but for me, it takes me a little bit longer to complete the steps. So I just wanted to break it down into a little bit longer sew along to make it more feasible for everybody to participate. So I hope everybody is participating, and we would love to see your progress pics. Please post those on the Simple Life fan group page on Facebook. There will be daily prizes in the sew along, so be sure you're participating. We would love encouragement for each other. Questions are always welcome, so look for the Day 2 thread and upload your progress pics with your bodice. Thanks and good luck. Okay, we're going to assemble our bodice. The first step is to sew our shoulder seams on both our lining and our main fabric. So we want to sew those right sides together on our lining and our main fabric. Once you've done that, we're going to go ahead and press our interfacing onto both back pieces of our main fabric. So you're going to lay your interfacing, double check you have a 1/2 inch between your raw edge and your interfacing, and you will press that interfacing on there to attach that. And that is so it makes it easier for you to sew on your sew for your buttonholes. So it gives your fabric a little more stability. The next step is to do our collar pieces. You want to get 2 of your collar pieces right sides together, and you want to sew this outside curve. Once you've done that, you will flip it right side out, and you want to just poke all those edges out so they're nice and flat. You can clip your corners if you'd like. Once you've done that, give it a good press, and then you will do an 1/8 inch seam allowance, top stitching all the way around that outside curve, and that's steps 1 through 4 of the bodice. Okay, the next step is to attach our collar pieces to our main bodice. So I have started that here. You're just going to fold open your bodice so that your right side of your fabric is facing up and facing you. You'll take your collar piece and you want the lining side facing the right side of your fabric. You're going to line up the center front with the edge of one collar piece, and you're going to pin it, and then you're going to just ease it around this curve, and then you'll take your next collar piece and you're going to overlap that just a little bit. I think the tutorial says 3/8 inch, so just a little bit, and then you're going to want to pin or clip right there at the center point so that they stay lined up, and then you will clip, ease this around, clip, ease it around, just like that, and then we will do a basting stitch all the way around this inside curve. You will have a little bit of extra fabric on the end, so your collar should not go all the way to the end. And that is step 5. So we're going to go to our machines, baste this. All right, this is the last step for day 1 of our sew along. We have basted our collar onto the front bodice, and now we're going to attach the lining. So you just want to match up your lining right sides together with your main fabric, like so, and then we're going to stitch up the back around the neckline and back down the other side. Once we do that, we're going to turn it right side out. We're going to give it a good press, and then we're going to top stitch an 1/8 of an inch seam allowance, doing the same exact stitches. One little tidbit that I forgot to mention is when you're top stitching, after you've pressed it right side out, you don't want to top stitch over your collar. You actually want to flip it up and just top stitch the bodice. So you put it under your presser foot and lower your needle, and then, like I said, just fold your collar up out of the way and just do your main fabric for top stitching. Alright, another quick note, while I was here, I just did a couple little stitches right here to tack down this point where the two collar pieces meet so it doesn't flip up as easily. I didn't have a problem on my other pattern, or my other dress I made, my other Wendy, but I just thought since I was here, tack it down pretty easy, hold it in place while she's wearing it, and then hopefully when I wash it too, it keeps that nice little crease and fold perfect right there. So that's it for day one. I can't wait to see what you guys have made, see the pretty fabrics you have picked out, and tomorrow we're going to do our sleeves and our cuffs, which will wrap up the bodice.